Usually when people think about private schools in a school choice program, they think of religious schools or prep schools. But school choice is so much more than that. School choice empowers families in underserved communities to have an education that's specifically tailored to them. Build Up, Fugees Academy, and Kuumba Prep are 3 schools who are doing exactly that.
My frustrations from being a career educator in high poverty communities is ultimately what led to me founding Build Up. Our goal from the beginning was to do things boldly different.
Other schools, they wouldn't have shown me how to do construction. I would have just been sitting back looking at a textbook.
Just measure 12 and 5/8, you got your tape measure?
I like seeing how a house is been started. Like you take the house down to the studs and see how the house is actually built. I want to start my own demolition company.
We're taking students often that are struggling in the public school system, and they're coming to us and getting redirected and finding success.
Build Up, it was a big change from my actual public school. I've learned a lot because from public school, it's a lot of people learning at one time, but here it's like they can single you out.
And you also had to remember.
So I've learned more than I have in public school.
Keeping track of how far you've come.
They helped me get my contractor license too.
Our construction partners need youth, and our young people can be the future of this industry.
As long as you just make your mark right there.
I didn't know I was interested in interior design until I came to this school.
The thing I want you guys to keep in your mind is measurements and proportions.
For the first 15 minutes of the workday, we sketch for 15 minutes, and our instructor says we don't have to finish, she just wants us to do our best.
I want you to work on this.
She's preparing me for when I actually do go off to college and set me up for what I need to know.
Now do it.
They wouldn't do that in public schools.
So you score it multiple times and then it'll just snap perfectly. By launching as a school of choice, we have the autonomy to do what we need to do to ensure that our students are getting the opportunities that they so deserve. Without the freedom and liberty to be able to take this school model in whatever direction we need to go and pivot as needed, we didn't think we would be able to pull it off.
Public school system is not set up to serve the refugee population. They have a one-size-fits-all approach.
When I first started public school, I did not speak anything at all.
Let's go sit-ups. Salud, count.
Nobody really paid attention to me, so my English was not there.
Let's go up, 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 up.
My dad was working for the army, and people were looking for him, so they were trying to kill him. So that's why we moved from Sudan to Egypt, and then from Egypt we came here.
When you look at this page, how do you know that it's going to be about helping each other?
If a kid coming from Syria after not having been in school for 5 years, after witnessing war, and does not speak a word of English.
Can you point to the words that show that Alex has a problem?
If we only had public schools, there would be one option.
Perfect.
And that option is going to fail him. We end up serving a small group, and then everybody on either extreme is left behind. And that's not the best.
If Fugees wasn't around, our students would probably be back in public school and graduating without the ability to read.
To figure out which one I am clapping.
In public school, a lot of those kids are just passed along through the grades, getting A's and B's even if they can't read, and that's not acceptable.
One of the reasons we chose to expand into Ohio is because of the Ed Choice Scholarship. This is the class of 2019. All of them were accepted into college. If we didn't have school choice programs, we wouldn't exist. Or we would stay as a small school of 150 kids that we could support on philanthropy every year.
The children who come to us are frustrated.
Do you want to try to practice the song?
What these children are going through in these schools that they are leaving, nobody's paying attention. They may be knocking over tables or they're frustrated. We want to know exactly what is bothering you and why.
That's good, I like that.
And that's what we do here at Kaumba.
If I was in public high school, I'd probably be incarcerated or something right now.
Tristan!
Yes.
I want you to read the beginning.
In my public schools, people taunt you, you get bullied. You could barely hear what the teacher's saying because 2 rows in front of you, they fighting, they throwing spitballs at each other.
Torres considered himself a great personage.
At Kaumba, it's very family oriented. It was a good feeling of being able to connect and actually communicate and talk to your teachers.
So, tortoise, we are equal.
I'm really becoming into me. Like, I love me. I never felt like that.
Kuumba means creativity, music in the arts and dancing. It infuses energy that was never there with them.
The public school system has traditionally not done a great job of educating our people, and particularly young black males.
Let me hear you say Theophilus Thistle.
Theophilus Thistle,
Because the school isn't super big, it really gives the teachers a chance to really get to know both of the kids very well. Not only academically how they're performing, but also from a social emotional level, they really get and understand who our children are.
That was fantastic.
I got it?
Yes.
That's not the sort of education you're going to get in the public school system.
Parents should have choices, but also children should have choices that meet their needs. We're giving parents a choice, and that's very, very important that they have a choice, because every school is not going to meet every child's needs.
These schools were able to be so innovative because of school choice programs. More choice programs means more kids are going to get an education customized to their individual needs.